Hi, I'm Steph and welcome to lesson 14. So this is the second lesson of our country study, and we want to start with a film, and that's this one here on YouTube. And if you've had a look at it already, it's basically a tourism guide to Papua New Guinea, and it gives a really good overview of what the country is like, but at the same time it also introduces this concept of ecotourism, which is going to be important when we get to the end of the country study and we're talking about concepts and ways of Papua New Guinea moving forward into the future. So that doubles up as introducing us to Papua New Guinea, but also acts as scaffolding. The next video that we've got is this Rascals of Papua New Guinea. That one is it's story sharing. It's got really strong community links, and it's basically the story of the group of rascals and how they live in Papua New Guinea, and it's told through their eyes. So it's really the personal narrative account that gives us these aspects here, and then we're going to work through that into this class exercise where students will relate the issues that have arisen in the film to their own community through telling their own narrative. So we're going to talk about what crime, law and order, etc. look like where we live, and how it's different to Papua New Guinea and how it's the same, and how can we account for those similarities and differences between our own lives and the people of Papua New Guinea. So the next thing you're going to do, and you can start this in class if you get time and finish it for homework, is to construct symbols and images that represent the ideas in these two films and in the film watched during the previous lesson. So that was another story sharing film about women in Papua New Guinea, if you can remember back that far. So it's the women of Papua New Guinea, the overview of Papua New Guinea, and the rascals of Papua New Guinea. And the idea about that is that students create some sort of symbolic representation of those films that they've watched, and that's these symbols and images and non-verbal. And the reason we're going to do that is because I'm hoping that it will help them to recall the content. So by looking at the symbol, they'll be able to recall the content of those films, and that's important because the information that we get out of those films is also scaffolding into future lessons. So next lesson, lesson 15, we need to remind students that we're going to be revisiting the cargo cults that they've been researching, and also this homework task is due. Okay, so they should have two things they're bringing in next lesson. They should have this homework task and their cargo cults task that we discussed last lesson. And you can see throughout each of these lessons we are always working through this deconstruct reconstruct mode. We always present the overview first, that's this bit here, and then drill down into the detail and then reconstruct that back into our own knowledge, which is what we're doing here. So you can see that we're going through the reconstruct, deconstruct. So hopefully you'll get a lot out of that lesson. Thanks.